Hi and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Today we will be having live mock DSA round with Kota Tejaswini. Now, before I talk more about myself, let me introduce you. Introduce to you. Yeah. Hi, hi Kota, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm good. How are
Hi.
you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm
So,
good, sir.
okay. So can we have a bit introduction about you?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Tejaswini. I'm currently pursuing BTech second year in computer science. I'm a competitive programmer. I'm more interested in competitive programming. I'm a specialist in code forces. That means I'm roughly around 6 to 7% coders among top 6 to 7% among all Indians in code forces. And also I
Oh,
participate in coding competitions like Code Jam Kickstart. And also
okay.
recently I secured All India rank 397 in Google Code Jam 2022. And
Okay.
also I did an internship in a startup called Goyana where I worked as a full stack developer. I worked on a website. I worked on a food delivery website where I built a login system for both user side and admin side. I worked on JavaScript frameworks like Vue.js and Node.js. See, see,
Yeah, sorry about that. My connection got interrupted. Okay, fair enough. So can you tell me a bit about your tech stack, like how you think that a person should approach a problem in competitive programming?
like mostly in competitive programming, we see the range of n and range of t. Based on that, we calculate, we approach the solution. But that's not the case in DSA. So,
Okay, so can you just wait for a second? I need to just check on the previous screen that it is
okay, sir.
visible or not. Just a second. I should be visible. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, sorry about that. There was just a confusion that I'm still not live. Okay. Okay, so for the people who have already joined, please give a quick plus one. Okay. So now, how to deal with suppose you are constantly giving contests each and every day. You are not missing any of the contest, online coding contest, but still you are not getting a positive rating. How to deal with that?
Like even if you are not able to get positive rating today, we will get on some other day. But it's like we should keep efforts rather than keeping concentration on outcomes. So
Okay. Suppose yeah, that is fine. But still, how to think that how to take it positively? What do you think that yes, this should be done?
like if today I would not able to solve three problems in a contest, I should practice those three problems after the contest so that I will gain some confidence, and in next contest I might perform better.
Okay. So yeah. So suppose upsolving. You told about upsolving.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
still, what do you think that what is the contribution in growth in competitive programming which is done through upsolving? How much upsolving helps?
Like if you are not able to if you are able to solve AB problems, we should solve C and D problems. And also if at contest time we are not able to do, we might able to do after the contest because there won't be any pressure after the contest.
Okay, fair enough. So let's start now. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
all the best. So now the scenario
Thank you.
would be such that I would be giving you two questions and then I would be helping you if you're not able to get hints or something. Suppose you are completely blank for the next 1 minute or 30 seconds. I would keep giving you hints, okay? And then we will proceed accordingly. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, fair enough. So can you just share your screen?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
is
so
my
let me
screen
just
visible? Yes, sir.
yeah, adding the display. Yeah, your screen is perfectly visible, and it is
Yes, sir.
advised that you keep your notifications off so that we have your privacy respected. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
fair enough. Fair enough. Let's move forward with this. So now I will be telling you the question, and you can write the question in the form of comments in brief. So
Okay, sir.
we are given a value n, and we need to find the number of ways to make change for n sets. Suppose we have a value of each s, valued coins.
Still,
Suppose
sir?
yeah, so I'm telling you. So suppose we have given a value n, okay, total value n.
Oh,
And
okay,
then
sir.
we are also given coins with value. Like in India, there are coins with 1 rupee, there are coins with 2 rupees, there are coins with 5 rupees.
Okay, sir.
Uh,
Okay, sir.
in the same way, you need to find the number of ways we can use those coins to make the sum as n. Okay? If
Okay,
we
sir.
have an infinite supply of every coin, coin itself.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Okay, Shubhir. Okay, Shubhir. Yeah. So I would ask you a question after
Okay,
she
sir.
is done with the question. Yeah, you can just continue. I'm just replying the text. Okay. So I would give you a
Sir,
test
can
case.
you
Do you
give
want?
any?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
would give you a test case. Yeah. So suppose n is equals to 4 and the number of coins are 3 and the coins can be 1, 2 and 3. So there are three valued coins 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Now there are four possible ways. Like we can use all 1 to build up the 4. We can use 1, 1 and then 2 to build up the 4. Then we can use 2 and 2 to build up the 4. Then we can use 1 and 3 to build up the 4.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
Fair. If you want, I can give you more test cases.
Yes, sir. Can you give any other test case?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Why not? Okay. Suppose n is equals to 10 and then n is equals to 4. And then
Four,
the
sir.
array is such, yeah, 4. We suppose we need the sum 10 and there are 4 coins. The
Okay, sir.
value of the coins are 2, 5, 3 and 6. Okay. Now you can just write this combination so that you would have a better view of this. So the first combination can be that we have 2, 5 times. So you can just write 2 into 5 so that you would know that this is the combination.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then we have
Okay, sir.
2 2 times and 3 2 times. So 2 multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by 2. Okay. Then we have the third combination as 2 multiplied by 2 plus 6.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then we have 2, 3 and 5.
Okay, sir.
Then we have 5 and 5.
That's it, sir.
Yeah, that's it. We have 5 combinations in total. Hi Lilith, how are you? So hi Lilith, how are you? After a long time? Yeah, after a long time. GFG was not giving me. No, absolutely not. They gave me a lot of opportunities, but was busy with another work. Hi Akshat, hi Riyad. Shudhi, we will reply your question after quota is done with the first question itself. So let me just print the question in brief, then you will have a better understanding. So
Sir,
yeah, tell me.
so the first approach I'm getting is to check all the possibilities. Like first I will take 1, 2 And then first I will take 1 2 and I will increment I, or else I will take 2 twos and increment I, or else I will take 3 twos, 4 twos and 5 twos till some x into 2 is less than or equal to 10. I will take that many number of twos, and then I will proceed for every x. I will proceed with I plus 1,
Hmm.
and then first I will take 1 2. After that I will remain with 8. After that I will take 1 5. I will remain with 3. Of I will remain with 3. After that I will take 1 3. I will remain with 0. So this is one possible case. After that I will take 0 twos. So I will
Hmm.
remain with 10, and then I will take 1 5. Like that I will take all possibilities. So that's the one approach. And the
Okay.
next
Suppose,
approach can be we. Yes.
yeah, yeah, go on. The next approach can be.
Next approach can be we can do dynamic programming with this
Okay.
array.
Okay. So
Like the
let us
state.
just okay. So let me just ask you a few questions about this. So suppose
Okay, sir.
we want to have all the possibilities, then we would check what all possibilities lead to the solution. Which is this is what you are talking about?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Fair. Now, in these possibilities, we are given that we have an infinite supply of each coin. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
So how would you deal with that? Suppose I
Yes,
took
sir.
four. So suppose we have 2, 5, 3, 6. Suppose I
Okay,
took
sir.
the first two and used it. So in the next iteration, what we would do?
First, I will take two, sir. After that, I can take two or five or three or six. Anything I can take. In the next
Okay.
step, also, I can take two or five or three or six. Anything like that until
Okay.
the number is less than less than until the number is greater than zero. We can do that.
Okay. Then so let us first implement the brute force solution because what are you willing to do? You are willing to memorize this recursive solution or you would write the DP table. What do you want to do?
I can do DP, sir.
You can directly write the DP table. What do you
Anything
want
is
to do?
fine,
Okay.
sir. Anything is fine.
Okay. If anything is fine, then I think that let us first write the brute force approach and then we
Okay, sir.
optimize it so that everyone would have a better understanding how we went from this to this. I think so.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I would just provide you a function. You don't need to write everything. So I would just provide you a function in the private chat. Yeah, private chat I have sent you. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I will call.
You can take your time.
Sir.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone can try this question if they want to. So I'm sending the link on the website itself. Yeah, send the link in the chat. Yeah, Lalit, that is it, but not absolutely correct. It might be the
See,
case that yeah, tell me. Yeah, Kota, you are telling me something?
are you talking about this code, sir, or any
No,
comments?
no, 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 no. I am not talking about this page. I would take your
Okay,
name.
sir.
I'm just replying the chat itself.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, how many of you are there in the chat itself? Can I have a quick plus one from everyone? Because I can see a lot of people, but I can see very less people talking. So, at least the one in the chat so that I know that how many of you are attentive enough or at all listening or just opened it by mistake. Okay, Lalit is there. Okay, okay, Lalit is there. What about others? So, we have Lalit up till now. So, let's see how many people show up. Okay, one more Lalit. Okay, one more Lalit is there. Ricky Patel is there. Okay, instead of that, what you can do is comment the name of your state. Comment the name of your state. Send the name of your state in the chat itself. Kota, you are from which state?
Sir, Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Okay, so Kota is from Andhra Pradesh. I'm from Jharkhand, currently in West Bengal, Kolkata. So what about others? Comment down your state or your city name. Anything. It would be fun. Okay, so we have Ricky Patel from USA. We have Lalit from Karnataka. Okay, great. Okay, seems like I'm blessed. Okay, Lalit is now saying something in his language. I don't know that language. Neil Karnataka. Bhavin in Gujarat. Okay, okay, okay. It seems fun. Keep the fun going. It's fun. Uttar Pradesh. Okay. UP wale. Okay. Gujarat. Bhavin is from Gujarat. Let's see how much. Only this much people are going to? इतना बोरिंग हूँ क्या मैं? Okay, let's see. It's not my language, it's Telugu. My language is Marathi. I'm from Pune. Okay, so we will ask Kota after she is done with her question.
Sir,
Yeah, you take your time, absolutely fine. Just talking to this. Anand Patil, Maharashtra. Okay. So we don't have people from Jharkhand or Bihar? Jharkhand, Bihar? We don't have anyone? Okay.
sir,
Only
can you check the
Andhra.
code?
Yeah, absolutely right. So you are telling, can you just maximize the text of your code?
So can you see?
Yeah, now it's fine. So if you have used all the coins, then only you are going down. So if n is equals to 0, that means you are now able to get the complete n, the sum. We
Yes,
are returning 1. And if
yes, sir.
at all we are not able to reach that n, then we are returning 0 itself. Fair
Yes,
enough?
sir.
So now we
Yes,
have
sir.
k is equals to n. So now we have the answer, long answer. Then what we are
Sir,
doing
I think
is,
I missed a case.
okay, what is the case answer?
When we don't take any of the index at all.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we have Hemant also from Andhra Pradesh. Okay,
Sir,
yeah. So we have the number itself. If the number is greater than or equal to, so if the number is less than, then there is
we
no
can.
possibility, we can't
Yes, sir.
take that. If
Yes,
the
sir.
sum is more, then we would take it. Okay, and then
Yes,
we would
yes,
decrement the sum also. At the end, we would just return.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
so I'm just sending you the code. Okay, so yeah, So what is the time complexity of this solution?
Time complexity.
Yeah, what do you think is the time complexity of the solution?
Log n base minimum element of the array.
Log and this minimum
Minimum
element
element of the.
okay. Log and how it is log n?
No, so it's not log n. Can you just give me a second? Sir?
Okay, so this is a recursion. So just see, so this is the recursion. So we have a thinking that yes, it might be the time complexity might be exponential,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
might be exponential. So how many decisions are we making? Just try to visualize the recursion tree. Just try to visualize recursion tree or decision tree, whatever people call. Just try to see how many decisions are we making.
M power n by minimum element in the array.
So we are basically taking two decisions. Either we are taking, either we are taking it, or else we are not taking it. Okay. So basically
So, but we are taking multiple times.
we are taking it multiple times. See, suppose so we have the number n. Suppose we have 5. So we are taking 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We are taking till the number itself. Suppose we have two options. So we first have the option that we are taking two decisions. The next option is that the value is very large enough. That is why suppose even 1 is given, so we would subtract 1 again and again and again. So it depends on two conditions. The first one is a decision, second one is the given value because we are using an unlimited value of points. So now whichever is greater, that would be the time complexity itself. But as we would have discussed this to a very large extent, but as we need to do one more question and the optimization of this question is still left. So can you move forward with the optimization?
Yes, sir.
How would you optimize?
I will optimize with dynamic programming, sir.
Okay.
The state of the dynamic programming would be the remaining money left and the present index which we are in.
Okay. So how did you decide that? This would be the first one. What would be will 2D array be required? Will 3D array be required? How did you decide that thing?
Like we can see from the recursion itself, the things which are changing in the arguments are I and n, so that we can conclude that n and I would be the states of the DP.
Hmm. So you are just calculating the range till which it can go, and then you are having the maximum range, and then you are making the array itself. This is what you are doing.
Yes, yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, you can move forward. Absolutely. dp of 0 is equals to 1. Okay, I solved the question using dp time complexity is big of n plus this dp of 0. How did you solve it? Can you share your approach, Lalit? I think we can do it with 1D array. Okay, tell me your approach. So let's have a quick Q&A in the chat section. Tell me a topic which you think the idea of the next question would be revolving around that data structure algorithm. So name an algorithm which you think that I would be asking in the next question. Tell me algorithm. Guess algorithm. It's written in Java, bro. I use Java. Okay, fair enough. You can just send me your solution in WhatsApp level.
So can you see the code?
Yeah. So I can just say it. So when you are going down, if the value is not calculated, then you are return. So if the value is already calculated, we are returning that. If the value is
Yes,
not calculated, we are going down. So this is the
yes,
first
sir.
condition itself. If we have the time is callable. So if we are coming at the next part, we can do that long answer. Number of ways we have running as a number of ways, dt of I of answer, and we are returning the answer. Uh, fair, fair. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. Okay. You wrote a very elegant code. By the way, your way of writing code is very akin to mine.
Thank
If
you,
you
sir.
see the way of writing of mine, it's very akin to yours.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're most welcome. So, okay, let us move forward without wasting any more time because the next question is very interesting. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so let me just remove the banner itself. Okay, so I will start dictating the question. So,
Okay, sir.
we are given a shorted dictionary of
Sir?
suppose, yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Now I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So you can just clear the whole screen itself. You don't clear
Okay,
the
sir.
whole screen. You can go back to the default code. Okay. So you are given a sorted dictionary of an alien language. Okay?
Sorted dictionary of alien. Okay, sir.
Okay. And there are n words. And there are n words in the dictionary itself. And then there are key starting alphabets of the standard dictionary.
There are.
And K starting alphabets of this standard dictionary. Like, suppose we have A, B, C, D. So if K is equal to 2, then the value would be just A and B. Okay, we won't have the whole word. Rather, we would just have the first K alphabets. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Uh, Now, we need to find the order of characters in the alien language.
Order of alphabets. So can you
Yeah,
give any test case?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So suppose we have five words, and then we are given the first four. Okay, okay, we need to find the first four letters. So we are given as BAA. The first word is BAA.
Okay, sir.
The next word is ABCD.
Okay, sir.
The next word is ABCA.
Okay, sir.
The next word is CAB.
Sir.
The next word is CAD.
C.
CAD, cat and dog. Cat and dog. CAD. CAD.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Let me just recheck the values. So BAA, ABCD, BAA, ABCD, ABCA. Okay, we have ABCA. Then we have CAB and CAD. Yeah, absolutely. Fair enough.
We have to find first four letters, right, sir?
Yeah, how to find the first four letters? You need to find the first four letters. So the ordering of the first four letters would be B, D, A, and C. The first alphabet would be B, the next alphabet would be D, the third alphabet would be A, and the fourth alphabet would be C itself. Okay. Tell me the Okay, everyone start guessing the algorithm to solve this. Everyone start guessing the algorithms.
So by seeing first two words, we can say B is less than A. B will be in front position than A in the order.
Hmm.
And then by seeing second two words, we can say D will be in the first position than A. By
Hmm.
seeing third and fourth words, we can say that A will be in the front position than C. And
Hmm.
by seeing 4 and 5, we can say B will be in the front position than B. Like the first different, we have to check the first different character.
Yeah, this is what we need to do.
And then
We need to find the first different type.
I somehow feel like this is a graph problem. Like B directed graph, B is directed to A and D is directed to A. And again, A is directed to C and then B is directed to D. So we have to find some order.
Okay. Okay, okay,
Like we
Abhijit
can do
and Lalit.
topological sort.
Okay, how would you do that? How would you implement this?
Like first we will find for every two adjacent words we will for first word and second word we will find the first different letter, and for those two letters we will make a directed edge, and for every two adjacent words we will make a directed edge like that. For that
Mhm.
graph we will do a topological sort.
Mhm. Ah, so let us first build the graph and then we
Okay,
would talk about how would you build a topological system. Let us first build the graph. Yeah, start building the graph.
so can I get any function or
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Sorry about that. Yeah, I have sent it. What is her code forces profile name? Kota, what is your code forces username? People are asking.
Tejaswini Kota 94.
Uh, for the for the person who heard it, can quickly search it. Okay. Quick Q&A. Should the interviewer cut his hair or not? Long hair shoots me, or short hair shoots me? What do you think? I also wanted to give mock interview. Yeah, absolutely, Lokesh. You can give mock interview. What is the procedure from the same? You can just find the Google form link attached in this video. You can fill up the form, and the Geeks for Geeks team would do the needful. Yeah. So what do you think? Should I go bald? Should I have short hair? Should I have long hair? Oh, this is looking good. What do you think? So what is the procedure? So we have so, so we have Lalit asking one question and we have Sudhir asking one more question. And thanks a lot for showing me the shit. So Abhijit, you are looking smart, bro. Okay. What about the suggestion?
I built the graph.
Okay. Can you just maximize the text?
Yes, sir.
Just click on the both arrows. The text would automatically be maximized. Just click on the left pane, the arrow that is given. Just on the left hand side of 20. Just on the left hand side of line number 20. See the line number 20. Go to line
Yes, sir.
where it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is it. Just maximize the text size.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
absolutely. This is absolutely perfect. Just go down a bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will just see. So we are given a dictionary. Okay, the characters of array 26. Fair enough. We have this. Then we are having dictionary if it is not equal to. The first position where it is not equal to, you are saying that yes, this would come after this. This is what you are trying to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So her approach of building the graph is, suppose we have A, B, and the next letter is A, C. So we have A equal. So we can't have a graph over this. We can't have a dependency over this. So we can see that we can, the first two characters are ignored. Then we have B and C. So we can say that B would come. So C would come after B. This is what she is doing. So she is finding the first point where this is unequal so that she can move forward with the dependency graph. Now she has only used a size of 26 because it is already mentioned in the question that we would have only lowercase English letters. So she would just use the ASCII code, subtract the value of A, where suppose even if the A has value 1000, then let B would have 1001. So we would just subtract the value where A would be having the value 0, B would be having the value 1. This is how she is building the graph itself. Fair enough? Let's move forward. So what is your approach to do topological sorting over this graph? What is the algorithm to do
So
topological sorting?
I can do a DFS, and at the end of the DFS function, I can push the current element into the stack. After completing of the DFS, we will be having topological sort of the graph in the stack.
Okay. And then what we after so okay.
After
Start
getting
again.
elements in the stack, we pop first k elements so that we will get first k alphabets.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's move forward with this.
Okay, so shall I code that?
Yeah, move
Okay,
forward.
so for convenience, I will keep this vector in global.
Yeah, keep that. So that you don't need to pass it again and again. So by the word keeping that in global means that you see there is a term known as scope of a variable. So let us understand what is scope of a variable. Scope of a variable seems that suppose I'm a very nerd person, I only know what is inside the home, okay? And if a person outside my home calls me, I won't go with him. So बचपन में कहा जाता है ना कि कोई बाहर का बुलाए तो नहीं जाना है. That is what happens with the variables in C++ too. If a variable is declared within the function, then that variable would be available within the function. That is, if we are using for int I is equals to 0, then that I would be accessible only inside the for loop. Okay. So now keeping that in global means that it would be accessible in all the function so that we don't need to pass that same variable again and again through parameters. Okay, so if you are having that call thing again and again, if you are again copying that, so what you can do is you can just have a global. And if you're using arrays, then a global variable of arrays has the default value as 0. But if it is within a function or something, if it is not global or local, then it might have or it would have garbage values. This is what is the meaning of global variable. So now what she has done is she has implemented a DFS function. So as DFS is a traversal technique, so the return type would be void. Now she is using a for each loop to iterate on all the neighbors of the current. Okay, all the neighbors of the current alphabet. Now after doing all of those, okay, after doing all of those, she is now pushing the character itself. Okay, in a stack. Why in a stack? To have the reverse. Okay,
Sir, is it fine?
Can you show me the code again? Yeah, DFS thing. I think it would make a little bit different. So I think you have forgot something. This is not free problem.
I have to pop the K elements.
Okay. So you need the first thing is you need to return the string. So you need to pop the k elements and add it to a string. This is what you're saying. But just see the
Yes.
topological ordering again. Just review it once more. Or
Sir,
else what you can do is or else what you can do is you can move forward with the insertion in the string, pop k elements, insert it to a string, then I would give you a test case and then you would get to know what as well. Okay? So just pop the k elements and insert it.
I have to call DFS also, sir.
Okay? Yeah, do it.
For
After
for
a while we will
calling DFS, I have to find the first non-matching character.
okay. Thanks, bro, for providing this type of interview. No, this type of interview is not provided by me. Please understand this. This type of interview is provided by GeeksforGeeks. And I'm just an interviewer and an intern as SDE and a mentor here. Okay, so this is not done by me. The entire credit goes to GeeksforGeeks. So you should thank the team itself of GeeksforGeeks. Okay, we are doing a very great work. Or rather, we are doing a very great work. I can say that. Not stealing the credits, by the way.
Sir,
Okay. Okay. So I will just give you the link. Just submit this. So link is given in the private chat. Link is also given in the comments. Link is also given in comments. Link is also given in private chat. You can access the link from both the places. By the way, you can do a screen share of the new tab that you have opened
sir, isn't it
because
shared now?
no, it is not shared. You have only shared one tab. I think so. I think so. No.
Sir,
Yeah. So yeah, now it's visible. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So, what do you think that quota is still missing? What do you think? Or she is not missing anything? She has coded a perfectly correct solution. What do you think? That if she is able to solve this, will there be any runtime error? So compilation, after solving a compilation error, will there be any error in the logic or she's absolutely correct?
So can you give me a hint like where is the error? Is that in the function of calculating graph or calculating the topological sort?
Topological, sir. Just try to think what is the difference between a graph and a tree? How is DFS traversal different in graph and a tree? A better hint, you can say.
As this is directed graph, we no need to check parent.
Okay, if you're out of ideas, I can just say a small thing and that will solve the problem. May I say?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you tilt the camera a little bit? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, now you can. Okay. So, yeah, whatever is comfortable with you. Yeah. So the DFS function, so it is visiting the same node again and again. So if you have a visited array and it would only visit the unvisited nodes, then it would
Okay.
solve the purpose. You understood? Yeah,
Okay,
it's
sir.
fine. You don't need to code it now. Yeah, absolutely fine. But that's a small mistake. You understood what I'm trying to convey?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I forgot about visited array.
Yeah, yeah, it's absolutely fine. It
Yes, sir.
happens. Okay, fair enough. So now let me just remove the banner itself. So you can just, I'm just removing our screen. You can just unshare the screen of yours.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fair enough. So we have some comments for you. Okay, so let's have the comment from Lalit. So yeah, Lalit has asked something in your language. Can you read it?
ఎలా ఉన్నారు కోటా గారు? That means how are you? I'm good.
Okay, okay, fair enough. I didn't know that. So yeah, so there's one more question from Sudhi. Ma'am, after the contest, I think there is a small mistake here. Contest effectively. Suppose we are not able to solve the problem, then what to do?
Then we can see the editorial. Seeing editorial is totally fine. But by seeing some editorials, we can get idea for another problems which we can do later. By
Ah,
practice only we can do. So,
perfect person. Ah, sharing. So let's talk about. So first, let us talk about the first problem itself. The first problem, you are very easily able to crack the logic itself. So you can start. So just your way of presentation. So see, you have a perfect understanding. You have a perfect way of writing your code. You have a flawless style of coding. You have very way less syntactical errors because you are a competitive programmer, and competitive programmers tends to have less comparatively less syntactical errors, as we all know. But moving forward, you can, instead of opting to the most optimal solution, you can start off with the brute force approach. Then you can explain the approach. Then, if the interviewer is trying to have the optimization, then you can tell the optimization. It is a kind of process. You can't just show him two ways directly. Okay, you need to go in a procedure. If it is grown procedure, so it seems, yeah, you are first thinking about the brute force approach, then optimizing to the next level, then optimizing to the next level. It looks good. Now the third problem. Now not talking about the second problem. The second problem, your intuition, the way you got the intuition, the way you started building up the graph, it was absolutely very elegant. Congratulations for that. You have a kind of a flawless preparation. Okay. So moving forward with that, you were able to crack it. But this is not a competitive programming that if you submit the solution 1 minute after, you would be having less points than the other way. Yeah, I know we may have done that. So I have been also a competitive programmer. We think that yes, let us do implement it fast so that we would have more points. Yeah, I know that we have that thing. But when you are giving an interview, you can just calm your mind and then just implement slowly, and just rechecking what you are writing. And then what you can do is you can explain what you are writing so that the interviewer is not bored. You can keep him engaged. You can just tell him why you are writing this, why you are initializing this variable, what is the significance of this variables. Okay, I can think so. Now the next thing which you can or might not change, both is fine. But from my point of view, you can. The thing is, you can have a more descriptive variable way, like leftover, like these all things. You can use underscore to have that. And then just recheck what you are just writing. Because, see, you implemented it very fast, everything was fine. But while implementing it fast, you just forgot the visited thing. So you cracked the whole question, but small things you were not able to get the AC. Okay, fair enough. So that was it from my side. Now talking about the things which were noticeable, and I think everyone has noticed. You have a flawless preparation. Okay, just keep up with the process. Trust the process. You would be doing absolutely very good. I can bet you that.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
so now you have anything to ask me, or from the audience itself? Anyone wants to ask anything? So, any questions for me, Kota?
No, sir.
Or fair enough. So, we will just wait for the next 30 seconds. If we don't get anything, so now everyone can just ask any one of us if you want to ask anything, or else we would end the stream at 7:56. Okay, just a 30 minutes waiting time would be there. Okay, fair enough. So that's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you so much, Kota. It was very lovely to interact with you. I had a great time. All the
Thank you,
best
sir.
for your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Good night. Thank you.